want to hate it.
We want to hate it!
And we're live.
All right. Welcome to this attempt at a podcast. My name's Alex Morsky, and this is my friend, whose name is...
I'm Brandon Bondi.
And we're currently recording this on November 20th, 2021. I'm going to try and give it some structure with these notes that are on my phone, but it's not really scripted at all.
Not at all.
Hopefully we can do this without needing to edit much, because I can't stand to hear my own voice.
Same.
Anyway, so without further ado, we get into our first segment, which we're calling I Want to Hate It. Brandon, do you want to explain the segment?
Damn you. Well, basically, we're just going to look at videos online and movie trailers, really, potentially. But
wait,
based
that's not
on
the segment, no.
What?
That's
the potential segment?
That's the Reignite Our Hate segment.
All right. I'm sorry
We're
for
getting off
giving
to
away
a good
spoilers.
start.
Okay. So, movies that we both agree that we hate, we think, and we don't know why, but we think we know why. And we're going to watch the film or TV show or whatever it is after. And if and we're going to talk about it.
Yeah.
We're going to see if we still hate it. Because we want to hate it.
Yeah.
Really
we want to hate it. So it's just movies and stuff that we want to hate. And for the first one, it's one that we've wanted to hate since it came out, for me anyway.
Yes.
What is it?
Donnie
Darko from 2001, starring Jake Gyllenhaal, Maggie Gyllenhaal, Patrick Swayze, and a bunch of other assholes.
Maggie Gyllenhaal. This is his wife?
It's his
girlfriend?
I hope not, because it's his sister. But,
it's his sister. Okay.
She's in stuff. I think she's in the first Batman Begins.
Patrick Swayze?
Yeah, he's in it.
Oh, he should have saved it.
He's a pedophile in it.
Oh, well.
So,
yeah, never mind. The movie didn't stand a chance.
It's IMDb. This is another reason I think I hate it.
Why?
It's because it's something that doesn't appeal to me, but everybody seems to love it.
Mm-hmm. And since we do film stuff and video, a lot of people we talk to, they love it. And then when we say we don't like it, they're like, "Oh, why not? It's so good."
It's one of those movies that you're probably shown in a film class, or it's like universally regarded as a classic and stuff. Class
A failure.
So IMDb rating is 8.0. The Rotten Tomato meter is 8.7.
That's insane.
That's the critic score. Audience score is 80%.
Good Lord.
And Metacritic is 71.
Damn. There's like actual legit blockbusters that don't even do half of that.
Oh, yeah. Like actually good movies.
Yeah. That's weird.
And so I guess the first question is, have we seen it?
I have. It's been, so in this, maybe if it's a certain time frame, it shouldn't count as seeing it, but it's definitely been like over 10 years.
Yeah, same. I remember renting it. Could have even been on VHS. It might have been DVD, because I think it was 1999, or I think it came out in 2001. Yeah, I just said that.
That's okay.
Yeah, but okay, so yeah, I saw it like right around when it came out. I was like, what's all the hype about?
Yeah.
And then after I watched it, I remember, what's all the hype about? Yeah.
And then it wasn't.
So Brandon, do you remember the plot?
No. The only thing I can think I remember what the plot might be is just there was this bunny monster demon thing, and it was a part of the guy's dreams, maybe. And it probably wasn't real, but the film made you think it was real, and it was just existential bullshit. I don't know.
That's about where I think it is. Okay. I probably remember a little bit more, just because I remember that there's time travel. And that there's like a time loop going on. And Donnie Darko is like this high schooler, and like a 747 crashes. And that has something to do with the time travel. And yeah, there is a creepy rabbit monster guy in a furry outfit.
And there's no doesn't give anything to the plot. It's just there.
Yeah. It's just irrelevant to the plot.
It's probably like he went insane or something, and now he's seeing this thing, or who knows. Maybe he saw the 747 fall, and millions, like, 100 people die, and it just scarred him for life, and it's his mental break.
Yeah. But I think it's supposed to be real.
Yeah, probably.
I forget if it's like Groundhog Day where he does a loop a few times or what. I don't remember. I don't care.
I don't care. I want to hate it.
I want to hate it.
Yeah.
And everybody loves it.
Apparently.
I want to hate it. It just looks like pretentious garbage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Amen, brother.
Amen, brother. And why do we want to hate it? Why? Why do we hate this movie so much?
So based off memory, that's the only thing I can say is just
a bad feeling.
Based off me watching it, I knew I saw it before, didn't like it. I believe me, so I probably don't still like it.
I believe me too. All right. So I guess we should say our plan is to actually watch the movie.
We are going to watch the movie.
And then, so this is our pre-watch feelings about the movie.
Pre-gaming.
Why we want to hate it. And then we'll watch it and see if we still feel the same way or if our ratings improved. So in order to do that, we need to give it a pre-watch rating. But I haven't figured out the system. So it could be stars.
It could be 0 or 10.
It could be percentage or numbers.
Yeah. Well, it could be... So if we want to hate it, we're giving a rating of garbage right now.
Yeah. Garbage out of good.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we could do multiple. So
Multiple
let's
ratings?
do it numbers, percentage, and stars.
Mushrooms.
Yeah.
I give it 3 mushrooms.
Shiitake. So out of stars, okay.
Stars
5
out of
stars.
10? Out of 5? Okay.
I'll say 1.5.
1.5.
Because I know there's worse movies, but I just have a visceral hatred for some reason. And I don't even know why. There's other movies that if we keep doing this, we know. Like, I know for a fact I hate Old Boy.
Old Boy and...
Game of Thrones I really hate.
And Gummo.
Gummo, yeah.
That's got to be on this channel, this podcast.
And that's one I haven't seen, but you have. But
I have seen it. I didn't mean to see it. I don't remember
somehow
how
got trapped
I was
by
in college.
terrorists. You got black bagged and brought to a black site.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened, actually.
Yeah.
Probably.
So, what was I saying?
The ratings. Well,
yeah.
The other movies.
So I give it a 1.5. Yeah. What do you give it?
0.5 stars out of 5.
Yeah.
I'll give it a 2 to be generous, just for the simple fact that I am going to go into watching it for the technical aspect, like the cinematography, the effects, if there's any, all that. But for story and whatever else, that's where the 3 gets lost.
Yeah. Can I adjust my rating, or is it locked?
You can adjust it. I don't see why not.
I'll stick with
our
it.
show.
It's locked. It's locked.
Okay, it's locked in.
Right.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Okay. Final answer at 2.
How about out of 10?
2. It stays.
Okay. Yeah.
1.5 and a 2 out of 10.
I'll say 3. Just
3?
Just for inconsistency's sake.
So, I'm still going to stay at 2.
Okay.
Because if it just has the technical stuff, the rest...
Yeah,
can't.
So we
There's
should
no
say our cinema experience or feelings.
Okay.
So Brandon,
True.
He has associate's degree in film, and I started one, and then I flip-flopped and switched all over the place. But we still both appreciate film very
appreciate
much.
film, and we have a lot of experience with creative stuff.
Yeah. But Brandon, in regards to film, cares less about the story and the plot, and he cares about cinematography. So if it's a great looking and technically proficiently made film, Brandon...
I can look past the bullshit.
Yeah, Brandon might still like it, even if the plot and stuff is nonsense.
I may not refer it or, suggest it, but I could respect it for that.
So that might boost your rating after watching Donnie Darko if everything is shot very well.
Maybe.
But Brandon's shaking his head.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I really want to hate it.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I do too. I want to hate it.
Cool.
Awesome. So, now, do you want to do the reignite our hate section?
Okay.
So we're gonna watch a trailer for Donnie Darko right now, and see if that sparks any memories, any hate in our hearts for Donnie Darko.
And for reference, this is just the 2001 trailer, HD quality on YouTube, from AMBI distribution. So I don't know if I don't think it's a fan trailer or anything. It's just like how it's supposed to be.
So official Green Band trailer or whatever.
Green Band, yeah. Official trailer.
This plan had been with him all his life, pondered through the seasons. Now, in his 15th year,
Drew Barrymore.
crystallized
Drew
with
Barrymore.
the pain of puberty.
Oh, wow. Oh. They made you do it. He's just a school shooter.
So, why'd you move here?
My mom had to get a restraining order against my stepdad. He has emotional problems.
Oh, I have those too. What kind of emotional problems does your dad have? I met a new friend.
Real or imaginary?
You're a cop, Donnie. Imaginary. I'm going to tell you a little story today about a young man whose life was completely destroyed by these instruments of fear. I've been seeing stuff.
Donnie is experiencing what is commonly called a daylight hallucination.
Yeah, he's just psychosis.
I have to obey him. He saved my life.
Oh, jeez.
Have you ever seen a portal?
Has he ever told you about his friend Frank, the giant bunny rabbit?
The what?
Oh, damn.
Oh, it's like in
Every
French.
chain follows along set path, and if you could see your path or channel, then you could see into the future, right?
It's like moving shit.
I'm not going to be able to continue this conversation.
You're criminally insane, Jake Gyllenhaal.
What is going to happen?
I only have a few days left before they catch me.
Oh, so he's a serial killer.
Festival de San Diego.
When's this gonna stop? You should already know that.
Alright, so the trailer gives nothing away.
No, it just makes me think that he's a dissociated sociopathic killer. That's all.
Yeah, trailer kind of makes it look almost like he might just have mental disorders.
Mm-hmm. And then the bunny and all that stuff is his delusions.
Yeah.
That's all it is. That's not as terrible as I remember it, but I'm sure having to watch that
cinematography
for
looks
2
good.
hours or however long this is going to be
Yeah.
is not going to be. I mean, it wasn't even that pleasant. It was kind of like,
It's kind of like
I'd
whatever.
pass.
Yeah.
I'd pass on it.
I feel like it might end up just being a middle grade film, like 5 out of 10.
Just like a meh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Jake Gyllenhaal is my favorite actor. Either
No.
he's in okay movies.
He's
but
okay. I don't
he's-
mind him when I see him, but
Yeah.
I don't. He's not a draw.
He's not a draw.
Like
Oh,
a draw you do the theater kind of thing.
Oh,
Like I wouldn't go
You're
to
picking 6 movies. Like,
Yeah,
oh, wow,
yeah,
I want
yeah.
to see the new Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah. Wow. Jake
wow,
Gyllenhaal.
wow, fellas.
Wow, mother. Let's go see.
Mother.
Let's go see the new Jake Gyllenhaal flick. No.
Wouldn't you like that, Mom?
Okay.
All right. So I watched the trailer.
I don't know if
I still
my
hate
feelings
it,
have
I think.
changed. Yeah.
No.
Same.
It's
feelings.
just, it's kind of meh.
Yeah.
But it seems like partially the reason about the ratings and all that and everybody liking it, it's turned into a cult.
Yeah.
I almost said fetish. A cult fascination, I
Yeah.
guess.
It's a cult film.
And it's like the trailer is trying to push that narrative.
Yeah.
To me, I don't know.
I guess it might be.
It must be cooler than it is. I
Yeah.
guess to say it like that.
Yeah, exactly. It's
I
got
don't
like a cult vibe, and people
Yeah.
cling on to that because it's different.
Yeah, like, oh, this is edgy.
This is different and edgy. Do you like Donnie Darko? I relate to that film.
Me too, brother.
Yeah, it's so quirky and edgy and cult.
Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah. Oh, So that brings me to the next thing.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah,
man, cool.
yeah.
Okay. I didn't
So
even know.
awesome. I was going to say this next segment I thought of is, what else do we want to hate? So I have just a few things off the top of my head.
Okay.
Just random, not movie related.
Oh.
Well, I guess Quentin Tarantino. So everyone loves Quentin Tarantino.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he's just has overwritten dialogue. I feel like if anybody else wrote a script like Quentin Tarantino, everybody would immediately hate it. But if Quentin Tarantino writes a script like Quentin Tarantino,
Right.
people love it because it's Quentin Tarantino.
I mean, he's definitely made a name for himself, and his films, again, cinematographically or whatever you want to use, technically speaking, they're good.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're 4 hours long every time, and they don't need to be.
Yeah.
I kind of get it. You know, you really want to make sure the audience understands whatever, but
I feel like it
comes off as pretentious.
It is, yes. I think that's another thing I hate.
Yeah.
But yeah, Quentin Tarantino, I feel like he
likes feet.
Yeah, he is a creep. And he's got a big, giant, fat, ugly goblin head.
Goblin head. Well, he doesn't look like a goblin. He kind of does.
I think he might be a cryptid.
Oh, he could be.
I've said that
You
before.
could paint him green.
Yeah.
Be a goblin.
Yeah.
We could do that. Just go on Photoshop, turn him green.
Yeah, yeah.
See what it looks
And
like.
that's all you
Give
need
him
to do.
glowing yellow eyes.
Everything else is already goblin-like enough. You don't need to do anything but
Quentin
tint it.
Goblintino.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Quentin Goblitino.
What else? I don't know. Okay. So want to hate in movie? Also not movies? I don't know.
Oh, it can be anything. I was just thinking stuff that bothers you.
Oh.
Like- Noise bothers me too. Mouth
I
noises.
really try really hard not to let things bother me, but probably people walking slow. I know it's cliche to say, but it is true. Like if you're trying to
You
get somewhere, I'd rather push them over than wait.
No, that is annoying.
If you're old, I'm understanding and stuff, but
Yeah. Oh,
disabled, that's
so
fine. I
specifically
get
if they
it.
don't have an excuse.
Yeah, if they appear to not have an excuse.
Yeah.
With
Well,
my delusional
That's a lack of
reasoning.
situational awareness is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or people that don't turn with turn signals and make you almost crash.
Yes.
Hate that too.
I hate it, especially because I ride a bike, and
Oh, yeah.
sometimes they're just like, swerve,
Swerve.
and I'm like, come on,
Skirt. I skated.
skirt, I skated, skirt, boy, oh, skirt.
Jeez. They just holler that at you as they're driving off.
Boy, oh, skirt,
You scared, boy.
swerve.
Swerve. They swerve
Pop
into a
smoke.
building.
Yeah,
Oh, pop smoke.
pop smoke.
Okay. What's our next? What is it?
That's it.
That's it? Shit.
So this is the pre-watch segment. I want to hate
Almost
it.
18 minutes. That's pretty
Oh,
solid
that's a
for
long
an
time.
initial.
Yeah. That's all talking, so we might not even need a
Excuse
cut
me.
watch. But
Probably not. I hope not.
yeah. By the way, we're recording this
Oh,
in
yeah.
a shed with Brandon's awesome lavalier mic setup, Hannah.
Yeah, it's a Zoom H4n Pro audio recorder with a stereo input, and it's a splitter on two lavalier microphones.
Yeah. So hopefully it sounds fine.
I hope so.
Yeah.
It should be okay. There's definitely better setups we could do, but for living in the woods, which I do, the shed, which you may even be able to hear the crickets outside. You can definitely hear the dog across the road, the
Yeah.
mangy mutt, just barking.
But we felt like it would be a good studio environment
Yeah,
with all the dogs and the crickets.
Mhm. It's perfect,
Yeah.
and all the boxes around us in the shed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really,
All right.
really paints a picture of our life.
Well. Do you want to watch it now?
Yeah, yeah. We can watch it. Do we have to?
We need to torture
That's part of
ourselves
this?
for the
Okay.
entertainment value.
Damn it! So the only problem with doing this is that we actually have to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, for the podcast,
for the people, for the podcast,
for the Republic.
for the public, for which it stands. We're gonna watch Donnie Darko from 2001.
Amen.
Yeah, Rob bless.
All right. That's it.
And clack,
Cut.
clack.
Okay.
we just finished about 45 minutes ago or so watching Donnie Darko.
Dickie Darkus.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, let's just cut the aside.
Yeah, so we just finished watching Donnie Darko. And Brandon, what was your first impression?
My first impression
after watching it like 20 years after it came out.
It made it worse.
Really?
Yeah.
So what was the first scene that annoyed you?
When the title came on. Honestly, the problem with this movie, I can't say the first scene, but it's any of the over dramatized, melodramatic, seedy. It's too much.
It's very.
They're so drawn out.
Self-serious and dramatic, melodramatic, right?
Yeah, and it doesn't need to be.
Yeah.
They get the point across many ways to not have to do that, but they just did it anyways.
But what about the cinematography?
It was okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wasn't.
What about that sick one shot?
Which one?
So when they first get to the high school and it's all following them around and following people.
It's okay.
Not mind-blowing?
No, definitely not mind-blowing. It was standard. I mean, honestly.
Yeah.
And then
cinematography standard.
Yeah. I mean, there was the scene where Donnie was walking and then the screen did a 360 barrel roll.
Yeah,
but even midway through, they sped it up really fast. So it was just, it was just weird. It wasn't that good.
Okay.
It was good enough to be a movie.
So the cinematography wasn't good enough to overwhelm the plot.
Definitely not, because the point that the movie wanted to come across was the plot, anyways.
Okay.
And even if the cinematography wanted to be good, the plot was so plotty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I forgot that it was set in the 80s.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
It's kind of irrelevant.
I felt like it was 90s, but it's late 80s, so kind of.
Yeah. Well, it says throughout the movie.
88,
It says, September 2nd, 88 or whatever.
Yeah. And then it had a countdown.
Yeah.
That's literally the only thing that made me want to keep going besides the podcast.
Yeah? The countdown?
Yeah, it was like 6 weeks left, or not, I mean days.
Days left until what?
Yeah, I got to keep watching now because the movie tells me there's more. So maybe it does get better, but
a 6-hour movie
spoiler,
just keeps you going with that.
Doesn't.
Okay. Yeah, so the first egregious scene for me was that Drew Barrymore scene.
Yeah.
Where she kind of bullies this schoolgirl named Julie. Mm-hmm. And she makes a new girl who comes in. She says, "Sit next to the boy you think is the cutest." With her Drew Barrymore acting. How do you think she was, her acting?
I thought it was good. She kept reminding me of, I don't know her name, the actress in many movies, but one in particular that I like is Jurassic Park, The Lost World.
Julianne Moore.
Yeah. So she kind of...
It's because she has red hair.
Yeah, kind of. I don't know, facial structure, like just...
Really, they're similar.
Kind of reminded me a lot of it. But overall, I mean, the characters themselves were not that bad. The acting was... I was never like, oh, that's... I mean, there was moments where there was unrealistic things, but overall...
I do think the acting was pretty good, to say something positive.
It was solid.
And they had to work with the dialogue they're given. You know, sometimes
it's not their
hokey.
fault.
Yeah. But Julianne Moore does get fired later. Drew Barrymore.
Yeah. Drew Barrymore.
So she kind of...
Blue Land.
Blue.
I don't know.
She
was fine.
I wrote a note here too, so I thought the dialogue was overwritten.
Yeah.
So I put a few quotes in. Here we go.
Okay. All right.
Donnie Darko, what kind of name is that? Sounds like a superhero name or something. And then they kiss it.
They kiss ass? No.
They kiss ass. And they kiss, and then she says, "Kind of reminds you how beautiful the world can be."
Oh, God.
Some people are just born with tragedy in their blood.
Come on.
the world comes to an end. A sigh of relief. So much to look forward to.
Stop. That's not how people talk.
Yes. That is something that bothers me
not.
in movies. There's a quote by Harrison Ford of Star Wars. He's like, George, you can write this shit, but we can't say it.
Yeah, I mean, because it's theatrics at that point.
Yeah.
And it's fine, and that's what this film definitely wanted to be, a play. Like more
It
like
does feel that way,
piece,
yeah.
a theater piece.
Exactly. It feels
that's
like
great,
people in a
but
room
it's
saying
not-
stuff people wouldn't actually say.
Yeah, and to me, it's just, that's not entertainment. It's not.
Well, that's the
The
thing
idea
with
is
me
there.
with plot.
Yeah,
It takes me out of it.
it does, because then you can feel like you're being played. It's not.
Yeah.
They're presenting it to you. This, yeah.
And a lot of it, to me, while watching, seemed random and disconnected, even if it does kind of come together in the end. So there's that whole chest goo thing with the portal and the
Secret World of Alex Mack.
yeah
Liquid.
T1000,
T1000, yeah.
the Abyss. And so I kind of, okay, so when I was a kid, back in 2001, watching this on DVD, it didn't make any sense to me. And now I kind of understood the plot a little more, and it probably helps that I've seen it once.
Right.
Because that first watch through, you just don't know what the hell any of this means, or
Yeah.
because there's a lot of scenes.
Symbolism
Yes,
too.
and it's all
You weren't meant to
it's all
really
super
understand it
symbolist.
at first,
So-
but
It's like there's a lot of mentions of God and determinism versus free will, and he's like, so I see these
and
time
love
portals.
and fear.
Yeah,
all that
I
stuff.
see Alex Mack coming out of people's chests, and it travels, and I can see it. And his teacher is like, well, that's God's will, and if you can see it, that means you're defying the laws of nature to disobey God's will. And there's a scene where he comes out of the movie theater, and it says, Evil Dead, the last temptation of Christ.
Yeah, so
And there's
it's
a lot
just-
of
it's
that.
symbolism,
And
and
it's yeah, the symbolism seems super important and super serious, super self-serious.
yeah,
Takes itself really seriously.
almost the P word.
Pretentious?
Yes.
Yes.
It's like, and maybe they didn't even mean for it to be that way, but it just comes off that way. Like like you said, overwritten,
Yeah.
over dramatized. Just
Yeah.
it's too much. And the thing about me being entertained, that's what I was saying a minute ago, is just it's not entertaining. And for somebody to just want to pop that in a DVD player for entertainment, I couldn't see it.
Oh, I should mention spoiler warning.
Oh, what?
Yeah, let's.
Oh,
I'm gonna start
we
to
already
get into
spoil it?
spoilers. I mentioned. Well, that's the thing. This movie is kind of disjointed and random as it is.
yeah. Well,
So-
and who cares if anybody's seen it that's listening, which
Yeah.
is no one, because
But
it's
if anybody
10
is
years
listening,
later or
yeah,
19 years later, 20
just so
years
you
later.
know, spoiler warnings from here on out.
Okay, spoiler warnings.
So
If you care.
yeah, if you care. So from the movie has a bunch of stuff that happens. Near the beginning, a jet engine from like a 747 falls and
Right.
crashes into his room.
Impales the home.
Yeah, but Johnny Darko's like a sleepwalker. He's got a lot of mental problems, so he's not in his room when it crashes.
Right.
And you're like, well, what's that have to do with anything?
Yeah.
And later, since he's kind of going to a therapist and he's got these problems, and medication and stuff, he sees a character named Frank, which is a dude in a creepy looking rabbit costume.
Yeah.
Which
that's
I don't
all
know
it
about
is.
you, but it doesn't seem like a costume you'd wear in the 80s.
No.
No.
No, they were trying to be abstract.
Yeah.
And that's what they came up with.
Yeah. They made it look abstract, like you said, look weird
Because
for the
sleep
sake
paralysis
of
demon,
being.
but
yeah.
not quite at all,
Yeah.
ever.
But so there's that, and all this stuff that happens throughout the movie. You don't know what any of it means. There's this granny character who keeps going to the mailbox and
Right.
back, and it.
Grandma Death.
Yeah. And I get kind of what they're doing. They're setting stuff up so it all makes sense in the ending. But it's not like you could piece together any of that while you're watching it. So while you're watching it, you're like, what does this have to do with anything?
Exactly. And then you keep wondering, and then the movie's like, oh, well, actually, it's this. And then, again, with the countdown, there'll be too long of fades, and then the countdown every, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes or so. Which, mind you, this movie is 2 hours long. Which
And
is too long.
It felt like 2 hours.
It really did. It could have ended I think there was a moment like an hour and a half in that would have been a perfect. I still would have hated it, but it would have been fine to end there.
Yeah. And we stopped it halfway and then continued watching the rest later. So we basically watched Donnie Darko for an entire day.
It felt like an entire day anyways.
Yeah. Seth Rogen was in the movie.
He was. I saw him and I couldn't believe it. I was like, wait, is that Seth Rogen? And then we had to look it up, IMDb, and yep, that was it.
He was some jerk ass.
He was a jerk.
So yeah, he was.
Forgot
Seth
the
Rogen.
line that he said, but it was bad.
He's like, Donnie Darko, you're a poo-poo face.
Oh yeah, poo-poo dick.
I think that's what it was.
Stupid poo-poo.
Yeah.
I was like, no, not.
Yeah, it was really somber and over dramatized and melodramatic
Just
with drawn out
borderline
scenes.
sad.
Unrealistic, important. Yeah. Oh yeah. Since we're in spoilers.
Not euphoric. What's surreal? I guess was the theme they were going for.
Oh yeah. So
surrealism.
So if there's not a mystery that you can piece together, and there's a bunch of randomly strung together scenes, and with the whole thing about them saying like, God's got a fate for you, and you have to follow this preordained path. Basically, what you're watching in the movie is this kid who discovers that he has to die.
Right.
So he does that. So he doesn't have any free choice. He doesn't really make any decisions other than to follow his fate, which is to follow Alex Mack to his room. He falls asleep, and then he dies. And then it undoes the past 2 hours that you watched.
Yeah, that was the worst part.
And
because you at least thought at the end it would bring some closure, but it actually just opens Pandora's box and pisses you off.
Yeah, it reminds me of another movie called Butterfly Effect.
Never seen that one.
With Ashton Kutcher. I won't spoil it, aside from saying the ending kind of undoes everything.
Like that? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay. I mean,
Well,
it's not okay. I've never seen it. I know I've seen it back in the day, I guess 90s, in our video store, Entertainment
and
Tonight.
that's another movie that's super serious and dramatic and sad.
Was it not good, though?
No, it was terrible.
It was good.
It might even be worse than this one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why didn't we watch that?
We
don't hate it.
Maybe we could.
Well, yeah, we could.
I do hate it, and I do want to hate it. So.
I mean, I don't know. Ashton Kutcher, he's okay.
I mean, Jake Gyllenhaal's okay. In fact, I'd say
it's not bad.
He's probably the. If it wasn't,
he's a decent actor.
If it wasn't a likable actor like him, I would have nothing to be intrigued.
Oh, true.
I'd probably turn the movie off.
Yeah.
But he's.
I mean, we could have anyways. But you know, podcasts.
Yeah, but he's a decent enough actor to get through the. Yeah.
He wasn't bad. I think he did good. I mean, back to the actors. They were fine.
Yeah.
It's just the plot, the editing of the film.
I'd say I guess if you're not watching it for the plot, which how could you? Because it does make sense.
Right.
You're only watching it for, I guess, the characters, and for the
stupid bunny creepy monster.
Yeah,
let's turn it on. Look, it's creepy. Oh.
Yeah. If you identify like with the creepy, depressing aesthetic and the teen angst.
Yeah.
So maybe if you're like an angsty teen.
If you're into that.
Yeah.
Or you are that.
If you are that, yeah.
You think you're that?
If you go to Hot Topic, it's fine if you do and stuff. Yeah. You want to feel sad and
times are tough. It happens to many people.
And you're schizophrenic and you're an arsonist.
You need a movie to just unwind and think about arson for a little bit. And
I did feel like watching it, especially with the scene where Donnie Darko like takes the mic and he's talking to Patrick Swayze's character.
Oh right. Yeah.
I felt like it's kind of like the author is putting himself in the shoes of Donnie Darko, like a self-insert, and the author's saying it how it is. He's just saying it how it is.
Right.
Like, you're just a big old phony Patrick Swayze, and you suck. And
cutting through to his actual character?
Yeah.
That's his, like, death note to him?
Yeah.
It's like, fuck you, Patrick Swayze.
Yeah, oh, yeah. The director hired him just so he could say that to Patrick Swayze.
I still haven't forgiven you, bastard.
Yeah. But I felt there's a lot of that.
Yeah.
Like,
I can see that. Patrick Swayze.
Patrick Swayze.
P.S. isn't bad. He's cool.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, he was well.
It sucks that this is one of his last movies, probably.
Sure.
I don't remember anything after.
Yeah. Is he not in? Oh, Kurt Russell's in
Ursul's still alive.
Yeah. Oh, Patrick Swayze is dead. You're right.
Yeah.
R.I.P. homie.
R.I.P. man. Pain don't
bug
hurt.
flying in front of my face.
Yeah, we're in a shack.
It's one random little gnat. We in this shack.
Yeah, but so what was the plot?
There wasn't one.
Let's try.
there was.
Piece it together.
Overall, Jake Gyllenhaal has psychotic delusions, and I really feel like it's just the things through the movie or through his. Us seeing him pass through time, he's seeing little snippets of other things that are basically becoming reality. Like the book that they read in their class, I forgot what the name of it was, but it was an ironic tale that the teacher got in trouble for, and Jake picked up on that, or Donnie, and it kind of became his delusions when he was dreaming and everything, because he was sleepwalking for a while.
Yeah, there were two books.
He was
mentioned.
always sleepwalking.
There was Graham Greene's The Destructors and The Philosophy of Time Travel by Roberta Sparrow,
which is in the movie, in the film, as another character, and then Donnie somehow just links it all together. But it's just psychosis. That's basically what happened, and he fractured basically and killed people.
Oh yeah, he did kill a guy.
He did kill a man. Shot him right in the eyeball.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So he gets a girlfriend. So this is how sad the movie is. So it starts off with a depressing dinner table scene with his family. They're all swearing at each other. Mm-hmm. And then he sleepwalks and his room gets crushed by a jet turbine.
Which seems like a dream anyways. It was very
everything
done.
is kind of dreamlike, which kind of goes into that aesthetic, I guess. Yeah. But then
surreal.
Yeah. And then it goes to his school, and there's like bullies who smoke crack in the hallways, and
sorry, yawning humans. That one scene when he handed Donnie, that one guy, the greaser guy, he's like, "Hey Donnie, you want to smoke?" Yeah, like, this is good stuff. Yeah. And then I looked at Alex and I was like, "It's just a cigarette," and that's literally what Donnie Darko said on the screen. Said.
They do that. To the movie's credit, sometimes the movie calls out its own stupidness. Like it's like, Donnie Darko, what kind of name is that? And why are you wearing a stupid bunny costume?
That's true. And then he goes, "Why are you wearing that skin suit?" Yeah,
that man suit.
Or yeah,
would you fuck
people pajamas? Why are you wearing the people pajamas?
Yeah, but it doesn't.
That was one good thing, I guess, about it.
Yeah. At least it knows.
Called itself
stupid.
out.
Yeah.
Well, it does it though. I don't know.
Yeah. It still takes itself seriously, but
yeah. So that's the other thing. If you make a movie like that, you got to at least have some leeway with critics or something.
Yeah. Well,
but the critics love it, so.
Yeah.
But why?
I don't know. Maybe it was kind of an underdog movie, and
probably
it was probably one of those movies that had a relatively small budget, and it was like at Cannes Film Festival, and nobody.
I think it even said Sundance or something.
Yeah, nobody expected it to do good, and then it became a cult favorite. And then once something's a cult favorite, you can't criticize it.
Yeah, which more power to them, but I still hate it.
Yeah. Yeah, and then he gets like this girlfriend, and they fall in love.
Things just kind of went downhill from there.
And then she gets ran over by a car, by the bunny rabbit dude, because it's Halloween.
Yeah.
And then he shoots the guy in the eye.
Right in the face.
And then earlier in the movie, he sets fire to Patrick Swayze's house, and they find out his kiddie porn dungeon. There's a lot of just sad shit in this movie.
It's really sad. It's just sad events. It's a tragedy, right?
Yeah.
That's so.
Tragedy in my blood.
It's a surreal tragedy is the way I could describe the movie.
Yeah, that is a good way to put it.
Which, if you're into that, or it would be a film or movie that you'd see in film college.
Yeah, kind of reminds me.
That's probably why everybody fucking wants to say, "Well, you never saw it. You don't like it.
You never saw it. So Donnie Darko." The dancing girl scene kind of reminded me of a movie you love. Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh, I mean, I haven't.
Do you hate that movie?
I don't hate it.
Oh, I thought you did.
It's not terrible. I didn't think it was that bad.
Yeah.
It was low budget and it was done pretty well. Solid, I thought.
At least it didn't It wasn't a downer.
Well, what happened, what I thought about when I saw the dancing scene was, what was it? That new one that was on Netflix that everybody thought was basically child porn. You know,
what is
it was the, I don't know, it was the dancing girls, but they were like 7, 8, 9-year-olds, and
Yeah, I don't like that stuff.
well, I don't know. There wasn't a lot of people that did, but you know, Netflix
right?
kept it on there. Yeah, they kept it on Netflix.
I think I heard something.
Little Cuties, I think that's what it's called.
Oh, okay.
And
yeah, I don't like any.
You know,
of
at first glance,
child
it's
beauty
just
pageant.
Yeah, that's kind of what people were defending this. Oh no, it's just them dancing, but it's
really sexy.
Donnie Darko has a scene like that, where it's semi-provocative, but you know the girls are fully clothed, but in Little Cuties they're like in not mini skirts, but just extremely suggestive,
gratuitous. Yeah,
exactly. It's But anyways, so that was one takeaway. One thought I had instantly when I saw that, I was like, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so Donnie Darko's girlfriend gets ran over by a car. Then he shoots the guy in the face, and then he goes to sleep. And then the jet turbine lands in
Actually
and kills
does.
him.
Yeah. He knew it all along.
And then you see the guy shot, and he's alive. And then you see his girlfriend like, "Who's that?
Right.
Who got crushed by that jet engine? That's Donnie Darko.
Did you know him?
No." And so I guess you're supposed to feel something at that point. And it's doing a montage, by the way. And what song plays?
All around us are familiar faces.
Mad world.
Mad world.
I'm just like,
Gears of war.
here we fucking go.
Here we go. Saddle up.
All around me are
Do you need some tissues, bro?
Yeah.
I'm super sad right now.
Yeah, it wants you to feel sad.
I know.
And people like it, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, I guess just like music or art, you know, to look at that kind of stuff or I won't say embrace, but you know.
Yeah, and I think that
cloud yourself with that stuff. I mean, people do that.
And I think that kind of ties into how I feel like about the movie as a whole after watching it. So, okay, how do you feel?
I feel unpleased that I had to finish the whole thing.
I feel
overall, and that it's again a tragedy / surreal take. It's drawn out. There's too many long black fades. It's just, and that's just me. I like faster, quicker stuff, but they could have. I think it could have been better if they would have shortened it or made it more concise, less philosophy, I guess, if you will, just like daydreaming, basically what they wanted to do with the next shot. It's too drawn out.
Yeah.
So I hate it.
Oh, you still hate it?
I hate it.
Woo!
I hate it, Donnie Darko.
All right, what is your after watch rating?
What I gave it for? We write it 1.5?
You gave it 1.5 stars.
You raised yours to 2, right?
No, I tried and then I was like, wait, no, it's locked in. So mine was 1.5, yours was 2. And then
2, okay.
Out of 10, you gave it 2, and I gave it 3.
Okay, so if I was to redo it,
after
2
just
out of
watching
10, watched it, I'll give it a 3.5 out of 10.
Okay.
Because I thought it was going to be total. I mean, it's bad. It's not good at all. Gummo, if we ever do that, that score is probably going to go down. But I mean, since it did have an overall story. It did make sense. You know, I wasn't left looking at cliff notes or anything. And it wasn't the worst movie I've ever seen.
Yeah, there were.
But it was
movies.
pretty close. I still hate it. It doesn't matter if it's good or not now. To me, a little better. I hate it.
Okay.
So 1.5 more?
Good. From 2. Yeah.
From 2.
And then how about out of 10?
What do you mean?
Oh, that's for both.
That's it.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, for you? No, my score.
We did stars, and then we did out of 5 stars, and then out of 10.
What did I do out of stars?
It was 2 for both.
2 for both. Okay, so 2 out of 5 is going to remain the same, and 2 will go to 3.5.
Okay.
Out of 10. Okay, so the 2 out of 5 will go to 2.4, And then 3.5 out of 10 for the numbers out of 10.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Okay.
Perfect.
So my thoughts are, my rating's going to go up too, because what I got out of it was that it made sense to a degree, although it was overly confusing.
It was.
And
it didn't need
it was opaque. A lot of it was like not transparent about what things meant until the end.
Yeah.
But it did make sense. Yeah. And it might be because I watched it a second time, but
that's true.
I feel overall that this just wasn't a movie for me.
Same.
Yeah. Like, I can get how people who are depressed and love being sad and teen angst and stuff and love high school and stuff would probably like it more, but I just couldn't care less.
Same.
And the acting was proficient, and there's something there for somebody, just not for me.
Yeah.
So I say out of 5 stars, I give it a 3.
Okay.
Because I'd say it's a completely average movie in all respects. And just for me, it's something I don't like personally.
Yeah. It's not noteworthy, but it's not noteworthy.
It annoys me, but I can tell there's people it wouldn't annoy.
Worthy.
Yeah. And then out of 10 stars, 10 numbers, I guess I'd give it a 4.
4?
Maybe 4.5. Maybe what is it for me?
Just because it's average?
Tell me what I think.
4.1.
Okay.
What I do, 3.5?
Yeah, I don't even care enough to give my own
from
rating.
The stars to the numbers.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. So I can tell it's an average movie. It's a competent movie.
It's average.
There's worse movies.
But the thing is that I was going to say is that that concept that they did in the film, it's been done before. We were talking about that earlier. I can't remember what movies that it was like before.
The Butterfly Effect.
Butterfly Effect was the primary.
That probably came out after, but still.
Which it could have been a copy.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, it is kind of a cop-out ending. It's kind of it was all a
it's
dream.
Not real. Yeah. Right. It's because they couldn't face it.
Yeah.
Like, we can't just explain it all. It's a dream, right? It's a dream.
It's a dream.
It's kind of a cop-out.
It's kind of a cop-out.
Just
it just
average.
left me feeling nothing.
It's a basic movie. It's just generic.
Yeah.
It's nothing. It's been done 1,000 times. And it'll be done 1,000 times again.
Yeah.
If we looked up how many times this exact, concept was before, it's probably a whole bunch.
Yeah.
It's not new. It's, nothing's original anymore anyways. But in 2001, I'm sure it wasn't that mind-blowing.
I think it's just a cult film that some people at that age identified with because the characters were the same as them. They're angsty teenagers who are schizophrenic arsonists, shoot people,
murder people, cold blood in the middle of the street.
Yeah,
and then get decimated by an airplane engine in their home.
And those people are the ones who are anymore. Giving it 8 out of 10 and stuff on IMDb.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, or somebody is because they've been obliterated by an airplane engine.
Yeah.
But it doesn't always happen, so the few that survived give it a good score.
Yes. And they are overrepresented on IMDb. Yes. So that was our
Even Rotten Tomatoes gave it good. Well, every rating site gave it a good score.
Yeah. Even Metacritic, which is the lowest, was still 71.
Which is pretty good.
Yeah. Which is roughly 7 out of 10.
Roughly.
Yeah.
Almost.
So
no, it is.
That was that segment.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you want to do something else? Like maybe a palate cleanser?
Palate cleanser. We could plan for the next film.
Yeah. Or we could talk about what else we're enjoying that is good.
Evil on HBO Max.
Yeah.
I think so. I know it's not your cup of tea, but just with the religious demonic forensic.
Yeah, what's the quick plot if you had to
that's basically what it is.
Elevator
There's a priest in training. He's trying to go through his priest training, and the Catholic Church hires him to investigate possessions and exorcisms and everything, and he brings on this forensic psychologist who is basically like the woman in the show Bones, which she just really tries to identify, is it science, is it demonic stuff, and through the show it kind of leads you to believe both the science and the religious part of it, but you're not sure which is really happening. And there's one character in particular which it does kind of branch off into him. I can't spoil it if you do watch it ever later time, but that character is really good, and I don't know, it's pretty solid. I think there's one or two seasons, and they've green-lighted number 3, and we're in November 2021. So
you know what it really sounds like?
There's probably a lot of shows it's like, but
have you ever seen the movie The Exorcism of Emily Rose?
I think so. I don't remember much of it, but I'm pretty sure I have.
Yeah, it sounds exactly like that.
It's like where they go and see like what's really happening. Oh, my voice cracked. Sorry.
Yeah, it's fine.
No, it's not. That's why we invented that.
But the Exorcism of Emily Rose is basically, there's a priest probably from the Vatican or something, and he does an exorcism on this girl.
Okay.
And she ends up dying, and then it cuts back to that in the present, and the present is a court case, and the priest is standing trial, and there's like prosecutors and stuff, and they're trying to see like the medical side of it. So they're looking at this exorcism from the spiritual, supernatural side and the science side.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty cool, actually.
Yeah,
watch that
it's
again.
a really good movie.
Huh.
Yeah.
Is that what you're watching now?
No.
Okay.
I just
good segue.
Yeah, I just finished Star
Trek:
The Next Generation.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just starting Voyager and Deep Space Nine.
Nice.
Yeah, I just watched the pilot to Voyager.
Okay.
And there's a Jar Jar Binks style character named Neelix.
Neelix?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's a complete cornball goof.
I want to push him out of the spaceship every 5 seconds.
Yep, exactly.
You have to find ways how to do it, but he gets back on.
Yep.
I don't know, I keep falling out the garbage.
Oh, dog! Boing, boing, boing.
Boing, boing. Damn,
we're trying to negotiate a peace treaty with the Romulans. And Neelix came in, and he was naked, completely naked, covered in whipped cream, rolling around the floors, saying he's being attacked by space ghosts.
Nobody could stop him. He was too strong.
Anyway, the Romulans have attacked our colonies, and 7 million people are dead.
And then the feed cuts.
Yeah.
Or you see him in the background with the whipped cream still.
Yeah.
Or running really fast.
Yeah. So Deep Space Nine is
yeah.
great, but Voyager, it's going to be a chug.
Is there one called, is it Enterprise? Or
Yeah, that's one of the later ones that came after the 90s ones. No, that's the Next Generation.
Next Generation, okay. So that one that's one that I grew up on.
Yeah.
Which was really good.
It's probably overall
they're all pretty good.
Everybody's favorite.
Yeah. Maybe it just was like the right time when it released.
Yeah.
And
it had the most going on in terms of like the Borg and the Romulans, and it had the coolest characters like Commander Data and Worf. And
that's it, man.
Yeah, that's it, man.
That was a good one. Yeah, no, that's pretty cool. Yeah, watching all those and
yesterday you watched Die Hard for the first time because I made you.
Yep, never seen it. I'm guilty. Sorry. I'm always, I don't know, it's like one of those that you just take it for granted, I guess. For me. Yeah,
I didn't mean to watch it.
Yeah, I don't have to watch it. Alex has seen it 10,000 times. I feed down on that energy. It impacts my life.
Is it one of those movies where through pop culture and stuff you've seen clips of it? Or
no. Yeah, and I think that's probably why I just felt familiar enough to not need to watch it.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird to say, but, you know.
What do you think? How many stars?
I'll probably give 4.
Okay.
Yeah, a solid 4. I mean, it's a pretty good action movie, I would say. It's got nice cinematography, technologically speaking. It's really good.
Yeah, especially for the 80s. Really good.
And I love knowing about the fact that I mentioned 6 times yesterday about Alan Rickman not knowing he's going to be dropped at the very end. They're like, okay, we're going to drop you on 3, Alan. Okay, thank you.
They drop him on 2 or something.
1, drop it. Ah. So they got that real reaction, which I always like to see in movies.
I like to see abusive actors, too.
What do you mean?
No, I'm just kidding.
Abuse 2 actors?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said abusive actors.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, abuse 2 actors. Sure, just light them on fire. Don't tell them that we don't have any flame retardant protection.
Have you ever seen The Shining?
You're going to be fine. It's just going to, you might be a little warm when it's over.
Yeah.
Skin might melt off a little bit. Wait, what was that? You'll be fine.
Go. Yeah.
Oh, my God. Skin's really melting here.
Oh, boy. It sure feels
Oh, boy, it smells like pork. That's me. I smell good.
Yeah. Yeah. Die Hard's a good movie, right?
Yeah, I liked it a lot. No.
I feel like other
good.
movies have probably done stuff better than it now, but you also have to remember for the time it was like...
For the time, and obviously it had Carl Winslow.
Yeah.
So, Reginald Val Johnson,
Carl Winslow.
Can't bat an eye at him. Yeah, I gotta say, he's a good actor.
Yeah.
He was a good addition, also.
Yeah. I like his backstory where he shot Steve Urkel on accident because he had a ray gun, and then he had...
I shot a kid.
It was dark. He had a ray gun.
No, he didn't say that, but he said I shot a kid.
He had a ray gun and some cheese.
I was following a cheese trail, and he had a ray gun. I didn't know. I thought it was a pistol. I shot him.
Yeah.
Kid's dead.
He was framed for murder. He said, "Did I do that?" And then I shot him.
Yeah. I can't stand behind that theory because of the show Family Matters, but unless they cloned Steve Urkel, which they could have.
Which they have.
It's true. It's debunked. It's truth. It's science.
Yeah.
But he could have cloned himself.
It could have been the robot Urkel, too.
Well, I was going to say he could have cloned himself in his machine thing in an alternate universe or, time. There were 2 Steve Urkels and the one got murdered. Maybe even the original. We don't know.
It's entirely possible. Did he make a time machine in Family Matters? He must have.
I don't think he made a time machine, but he made a transportation machine.
Oh, he made a teleporter?
I think so.
Yeah,
he did make a teleporter because there was like this disc thing you stood on, and it transported him, I think, to somebody's, maybe Eddie and Waldo's hotel or apartment.
Well, it's not
I
outside
don't think
the
he made
realm.
time travel, though.
It's not outside the realm of possibility for Urkel to have invented time travel.
Right. I mean,
he's still in high school by the time he invents teleportation, robots, and cloning.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, the timeline of his knowledge was pretty good.
He's pretty overpowered, Steve
Yeah,
Urkel.
he was. He made that robot that stopped the robber at the...
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he made it. It was Urkelbot. And then, I don't know why it was at the convenience store or whatever, or one of them worked, and he was there, and I think Carl came in for something, he left, and then a robber came in, and then Urkelbot, like, he was put his hands up, and he was blocking bullets with his hand, catching them,
man.
and then he would, like, drop the bullets on the floor, and then he grabbed the guy's gun, and he, like, twisted it up, so if he wouldn't have let go, he probably would have broke his hand off.
Oh.
But
What was the live studio audience's reaction?
just like that. Oh God.
Whoa.
Is it real? Is it a real robot? How'd they do that?
Whoa.
Yeah, it looked pretty good though, like with all the little lights and the guy obviously could robot walk because it wasn't a real robot, but
Yeah.
it was good.
I think Steve Urkel could probably solo all the other sitcom universes.
Well,
like Full House and...
Oh, he just appeared. He
Mad
did
About
appear in Step by Step, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot
Well, there
of
was at least
sitcoms.
another, maybe Full House also, but I'm pretty sure that one, yeah, you could just pop in. Oh, hi, Steve Urkel from Family Matters. What brings
In the
you to our
primetime
neck of
stop
the
on TGI Friday.
TGIF.
Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha.
Those are the days.
Yeah.
TGIF.
TGIF.
Or like Dinosaurs. I wonder if he is on Dinosaurs.
He's probably been everywhere. He could probably he could probably move through dimensions,
I could see him as a dinosaur on Dinosaurs.
If he was on Dinosaurs,
They would just make
he
him
is a
into
time
a dinosaur.
traveler.
Oh, no, I was thinking they'd turn him into a dinosaur.
Oh, yeah. That,
Like he has plaid shirt like Earl, and glasses, it's thinner.
Urkelsaur.
Urkel, yeah. Urkelsaur.
Yeah. And then...
Oh, shit.
Only other thing I can think of is we just started playing Halo Infinite beta multiplayer.
Yes. Yes!
Yeah, it was,
We can do that, and then we'll work on the podcast more and release this one, which is our first
yeah.
official with movie watching.
Yes.
And I think it was a success because we still hate it. It won't always be hate,
Yeah, I
There'll
hate...
be some where we'll like it a little more than we hate it. But
Right. I hate Donnie Darko. I don't even,
I hate it less
might
now
not
that I
even
understand
hate
it more. I will say that.
I might have gone from hate
it
to just neutrality, just unpleasant feeling.
Yeah. Hate's a strong word. I still hate it.
I dislike it. I'd rather not watch it. If it's somebody's like at a party and it's like, well, let's put on a movie, and they say Donnie Darko.
Not Donnie Darko, please.
Yeah.
Anything but.
If there's a list of movies and it's Old Boy, Donnie Darko,
Gummo,
or Gummo, which one would you pick? Gun to your head.
Gun to my head.
Gun to your head. Gun to your balls.
Is it just one time, or is it like one of those you have to watch it for the rest of your life kind of things?
No, it's just
once.
They're gonna put it on, and it's one of those small parties where you have to watch it because there's only like. Don't overthink the scenario.
I'm thinking a little bit because. So it's going to base off a few factors.
You're going to end up watching the whole thing.
I'm thinking about what the other people's reactions will be because that'll be funny to me. Like, oh, haha, they like this kind of thing. Gummo would be good because I'm sure the whole party would be like, what the fuck is this? Who put this on? This is trash. Or somebody's like, oh my God, this is the best movie.
How about you're at a party
Gummo,
with some...
Gummo. I'm going to say Gummo.
Okay.
For the strict reason of seeing everybody's reaction. Because I like that.
I was going to say Donnie Darko. Probably because I was going to say it would be the one that would least offend me. Just because I have neutral feelings.
Well,
I'd probably watch Gummo, though, just because I've never seen it.
It's not good.
Yeah.
It's an experimental film.
But if I had seen them all, probably Donnie Darko. Just because.
I mean, for the fact that it's not as bad as I thought at the beginning, I would put that on. But mainly for your question, for my purposes, to see everybody's reaction, Gummo.
All right. Take Gummo out. Old Boy or Donnie Darko?
Old Boy.
Oh my God, really?
Why not? I don't know.
You really hate Donnie Darko.
It's not... I turned off Old Boy the one time I watched it.
Okay.
So whenever we watch that for this show...
We'll turn it off.
do the same thing. Just do the same thing. Like, what was it, Soul Plane? I fell asleep to that or something.
Boring.
Boring, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember it because we turned it off or fell asleep, something.
It was one of those where we were just so not the target audience that we don't get any of the jokes and none of it landed for us.
Yeah. That's basically...
Yeah.
Oh! But I was going to say back to, just real quick, so also another reason for Old Boy, from my memory, it was not as sad. So to be at a party, to put Donnie Darko on, just kills the whole mood of the party.
You know what? You're right.
And Old Boy
at least has an action scene.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's probably another reason besides... Well, I don't remember the first reason.
Yeah. And realistically, I'd probably leave the party.
Yeah. Well, you didn't give that as an option, but
yeah,
if that was there, check mark.
Yeah. If you're at the kind of party where they're given the choice between Old Boy and Donnie Darko or Gummo,
leave the party.
Yeah.
Or another checkbox, you were never at the party to begin with, because
why would I go to that kind of party?
Why would I go to that rager of a party to watch those movies?
Because it's Quentin Tarantino and Jake Gyllenhaal.
He hosted it.
Yeah, they personally invited you.
They serve all the drinks with their feet.
Yeah. Quentin Tarantino demands it. Shoes off when you enter my home.
Good Lord.
He's got
everybody gets a spritz, and then they take their shoes and socks off, and then there's a butler guy with a spritz bottle that sprays people's feet with microbead water. That way he can look at them.
Tarantino would do it himself, probably. He's like, I do this to make sure that my guests feel good. And he's got a bunch of glass. His floor is just pure glass with tiles, and each tile is a GoPro facing up.
Ew. What the hell's his problem?
He's a cryptid.
He is a cryptid.
Yeah.
What do you think? Oh, he has a goblin face.
Yeah.
A little goblin head.
Ew.
Ew. Ew. Brussels sprouts.
Ew.
Vern.
Kill goblins with milk. Hey, Vern.
Talking about Ernest Scared Stupid, of course.
Brussels sprouts. Ew.
Ew. Ew, Vern.
Hey, Vern. Hey, Woody. Hey.
Hey, Woody.
Hey, Woody. Kill trolls with milk.
One day we'll watch that one, but that won't be on the show. It'll be on
we want to love
Good
it.
Movie.
Yeah.
Good Movie channel. Welcome to Good Burger. Home. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Is this it?
yeah,
We
this
did
is it.
I think that's a solid.
So did we hate it?
You grew to dislike it. Well, to dislike.
From hate to
or
dislike.
neutral.
Neutral, yeah.
And I'm pushed slightly in the positive direction, but I still want to hate it.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't hate it, but I want to hate it. How
And
about
then
that?
maybe when
There's
I
a
put
little
more
leeway.
distance between it, I'll want to hate it again.
Yeah, like, I don't want to watch that again.
Yeah.
Like
Think about it. And
thinking about it right now, it wasn't the worst, but
if you
to
think
have
about
to do it
watching
again, like
it's
Jerry.
yeah, I wouldn't want to watch it again.
Nobody wants to watch Jerry ever.
Yeah.
Same feeling. Just
I
so
feel like we
long.
watched 4 hours of that movie, and then we didn't finish
and
it.
the movie's only like
Yeah,
an hour and a
it's
half.
still going.
Yeah. 6-part series.
All right.
All right, man.
Should we wrap it
Till
up?
next time, we're gonna wrap it up.
All right. This has
It
been...
was good. We got 45 minutes on there, so
Oh,
basically an
damn.
hour for the whole thing.
Yeah, we got 18 minutes on
I
that
think
one.
that's good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Solid.
We want to hate it.
We want to hate it.
We
We want to hate it.